All right. So, I was approached by a dude. After I went in there, they said, "Oh yeah, we'll get back to you. It's no problem. We'll get back to you." I highly fucking doubt that'll happen. But as I left, there was a guy who approached me, a security guard, who said that it was his job to escort me off the campus. Not because I was me necessarily, or because I'm like conservative, blah blah blah, but because there's no place for visitors to visit. And he said that, and there he is right behind me now, watching me to confirm that I do leave. Nice kid, but definitely not supposed to be parking in this parking lot because they don't anticipate visitors really ever. I told him the story about how I've received no answer back from tech support or from customer service, and he says he does not envy me. And, yeah, I don't either. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Definitely would like to come back, because I highly doubt they're going to get back to me. Nor do I feel like there was any sort of... I mean, that was kind of... It was cold, and not like mean. The lady at the counter, I'm sure, she was fine. But I literally just filled out a form on a tablet with my email and my complaints or my issues, report a problem, same thing. It was literally, and then she said that this time they'll get back to me. And I highly doubt that will happen. It was pretty much exactly like reporting a problem on Instagram or Facebook. But just doing it in Menlo fucking Park. So, yeah, I don't know. I did take pictures of it, and I will post that right now or beforehand. Video editing is a pain in the ass, and I don't have a fucking intern like these cocksuckers. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Conservatish episode 83. My name is Peter Feliciano. I'm the host. You're welcome in advance for this wonderful episode. And there's a new episode every Monday and Thursday, and I'm going to smoke a menthol. I told you I was part black. I have a couple of things to talk about today, and I'm going to splice in some video regarding some of these things. But I went to Instagram today, and wanted to talk to them about what's going on with my account, because I have found that my account has been hidden and shadow banned and otherwise fucked with. I don't really know the lingo. I'm not goddamn Steven Crowder or whatever. And so I kind of wanted to talk to them. I went to Instagram and I said, I wanted to talk to them about what the fuck is going on, because my hashtag stopped working. My hashtag stopped working about, and this has happened before in different intervals, but this interval was fucking long. It was like 3 fucking weeks. These motherfuckers weren't letting my hashtags work. This is like 3 weeks where Instagram was not allowing people who elected to follow me. That's right, people who did like my content, did like my podcast, did like my music, and wanted to continue to see my stupid shit, not seeing my shit. And so, Instagram knows better than you. That's right, you listening right now. YouTube knows better than you. Facebook knows better than you. Big white liberal daddy knows best, like Carlin used to say. And so I wanted to go to Instagrams because I had sent messages, because they have a wonderful portal where you can report a problem, right? You can report a problem. And so I was like, hey, Instagram, there's an issue. My hashtags have stopped working. Now that's what YouTube told me to do. It said don't send messages like, hey, scumbags, let me fucking talk. It didn't. It said, don't do that. It said, send a message that says, oh, I'm reporting an error in the issue in the app. My hashtags have stopped working. No, I received no contact from Instagram, no contact from Facebook about why my hashtag stopped working, why my account was fucked with. And now I remember, this has happened 3 times. The first time, maybe a week. Second time, maybe about a week. This third time, it was like 3 fucking weeks. And the second time I remember is because I had used the hashtag Proud Boy. And obviously, I'm sure their bots were like, stop the hate speech. And so, females, you're responsible for this. You understand that, right? It's not dudes who are getting laid often who are saying, we need to stop speech. If you're against me having this podcast as an example, if you're against Steven Crowder, if you're against Ben Shapiro, you can't be getting properly fucked. It's fucking impossible. You can't be properly fucked and be against free speech. It's impossible. It's a bunch of fucking nudges. Remember how back in the 80s and the... Fuck it. Remember how back in the 60s and 70s, even beforehand, the nudges were Christians. The nudges were like, you shouldn't say those words. The Lord has deemed them bad. Now you're a fucking nudge. Now you're a nudge. And yet, but the difference is, instead of being like a 50-year-old, a 40-year-old, some shitty bitch in an unhappy marriage, you're 20. You're 25. You're 30 years old and you work at a tech company. You have more money than all those Christian nudges ever had, and yet you're still unhappy. Gotta fuck with other motherfuckers. I'm not having it. I fucking refuse. What do you think is gonna happen, Instagram? What do you think is gonna happen, YouTube and Facebook? What do you think is gonna happen, Twitter? Well, yeah, we're gonna feel powerless, and then just, I guess I'll hang up my podcast. What are you, fucking nuts? Too many people like this shit. Too many people enjoy my fucking music. Too many people want me to be fucking successful. I'm too goddamn good. That's the thing, is that as an artist, as a musician, my immediate reaction is, I must suck. I'm so fucking insecure, and I have these issues, and I'm like, oh, fucking But over and over, I have this experience where people go out of their way to find me and listen and enjoy and send me a message. My birthday was the other day. I was surprised by the people going like, oh, nice podcast. I was like, this nigga fucking listens to it? Okay. All right, don't listen to that episode, dude. You know, there's people, I guess maybe you don't know this experience, but maybe you can listen, you can feel this as a fan. Oh, you know what? This episode I'll share with my mom, but this one I will not share with my mom. That's how I feel about a lot of my friends and family and people who I know. You know, this one. Anyway, so I went to Instagram. Because the thing that happens is when Instagram stops your hashtags from working because you used the word Proud Boy or something like that, they won't tell you, number one, that they did it. Number two, if you try to report the problem, they won't say, oh, it's because of this. They won't go give you an answer back. They won't communicate with you really at all. And so I reported the problem a couple of times. This time now it was like 2-3 weeks, and I'm like, all right, this is fucking retarded. And by the way, I use the word retarded because I hate all people with Down syndrome. So I went there, and essentially what happened is I went and parked in the parking lot. I went up into the building, and I said, hey, yeah, is there a customer service? Is there a business account? Because I have a business account. Customer service or technical support that I can visit here. And she's like, no, and she directed me to a tablet that was right in front of her. I took pictures of it, and I just typed in what the message was, and that was it. That was it. That's all she had for me. She did say, you'll receive an email back in a couple of weeks. This will get forwarded up the chain of blah, 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 blah. Please just get this live human out of my face so that we can ignore him some more. I know that they're not going to get back to me, and even if they do, it's not going to be a clear fucking answer. In the message, I explained my hashtag stopping working. I messaged that I'm getting less views and less likes than I used to a year ago, 2 years ago, and I queried why that might be, and posited the option that maybe it might be because of my conservative values or some of my guests' conservative values, and they thanked me for my time. And as soon as I left, there was a guy who had come in, a security guard who had come in while I was in there. And he said, well, are you parked? As I left, he said, are you parked in the parking lot? And I said, yeah, I'm just parked right over there. He's like, oh, okay, because it's I have to make sure that you leave. I was like, oh, okay. Because he's like, yeah, we're not really allowed to have visitors. So I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And essentially what the deal was is that he said that, yeah, there isn't any customer service, there isn't any tech support, there isn't anything. And so here's the thing. Remember how we're all talking about, all over here on the right and in the libertarian angle, we're talking about capitalism being wonderful. And these companies may have a valid reason. They're allowed to say that some people are allowed to use their product or not allowed to use their product. You know what I mean? They're allowed to do business however they see fit. Here's the thing. Remember Dell? Remember when Dell got rid of their customer service just altogether? Said, if you have problems with this, fuck you. Well, I'm having issues with my Dell as an example. And there ain't a goddamn thing I can do about it. At least these other companies are trying to, like, provide some sort of communication back and forth with their users. Facebook and Instagram are not interested in that. Now, I can't imagine how hard it would be to filter through all of those bullshit. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of flat earth motherfuckers running around. You are just stopping my account because I blah, blah, blah. But, like, if you actually paid attention to my posts and actually paid attention to my podcast, like, yeah, I'm vulgar. Yeah, I'm an asshole. But I'm a very loving person. I have liberals on, and we don't talk about politics at all. But I'm trying to, but I have to, if I do talk politics, I'm going to talk about what we talked about. I'm going to post about it. You're trying to choke me. You're trying to choke me, Instagram and Facebook. And what do you think is going to happen when that happens? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not threatening violence. Please don't shoot. Shoot me with your fucking winter hats, faggots. Nobody who works at Instagram. I was leaving the parking lot and I was realizing, like, none of these people who are walking back from lunch are men. None of them are men. Even the ones that have penises. None of them are men. None of them. Just a bunch of socially awkward guys who go with the flow. Just, I'm attracted to girls who are really bossy. Really? Really? That's another thing, too. I can't fucking stand how it's just automatically assumed that, like, oh, I love a bitch who's confident. I don't need a fucking bitch who's confident. Define confident. How about confident enough to trust that I'm running the show? How about not running the show? How about confident enough to trust that she can be exactly how she is and she doesn't need to run the show? How about that type of confidence? How about that type of security? The type of security where she can let me fucking take the reins and not have to think constantly and let me fuck the stupid shit out of her and then go about our business without having to fucking, like, and now what do you try, put a leg up, what do I do here? And, like, you understand what I'm saying? God damn it. I'm ranting because manhood would fix this, but they're just choking it. Essentially what I'm saying is that I'm Jesus. and that I'm your martyr. Anyway, nothing got fucking done. Not a goddamn thing, and nothing is going to happen. And so we're going to do some more protests. We're going to do a real-ass fucking protest. I'm fucking sick and goddamn tired. I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to stop making my podcast. I'm not going to stop making my music. I'm not going to shut the fuck up. I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And the people who follow this fucking podcast and the people who follow my music and the people who enjoy my shit will hear about my shit. They will hear. You think I'm just going to fucking lie down and stop doing podcasts? When you choke somebody, they fight back. Don't you understand? What do you think? This is all created in a vacuum? Well, if we stop these people who are conservative from expressing their conservative views, then nothing will happen. We're not your coworkers, bitch. So apparently it's not even just Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. It's also this company called Pinterest. And Pinterest did this lovely, wonderful shit recently where they added a pro-life organization who has a large account, a lot of followers, a lot of posts about what the actual mechanics of an abortion look like and pro-life things, and again, I'm not 100%. I'm kind of pro-life, but I'm kind of like, okay, maybe first trimester, but at least call the shit a baby. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, what Pinterest did was add that company, who's called Live Action, I think it is. Yeah, Live Action. They added them to the pornography list. To list of accounts that are pornography. They didn't even add them to hate speech. They added it to pornography. And then when someone, I mean, there's a fucking great video of it. I'll send a link to it. But Project Veritas is sharing about it. And the fucking sneaky shit these companies are doing. It's not going to work, kids. We're not going to go away. We're not going to go away. What do we want? Free speech. When did we earn it? 1776, bitch. Fucking leave me the fuck alone. Let me say what I want to fucking say. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. You have two fucking options. Well, I have more options than that. I'm going to be a fucking thorn in your side, and it's going to get worse if you don't stop this shit. Now, I know you're not listening because I'm just some little podcast. But SF Thought Criminal did a wonderful little post about me, about what's happening to my account, and what's happened to Milo, and what's happened to Alex Jones, and what's happened to a lot of these people. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I know the regular, like, sending messages or visiting and asking for customer service is not going to work. So now what? Got to make a bigger stink. That's the thing you fucking cunts don't understand. I would not be fighting the left as much as I was if the left wasn't completely in charge. Like, I know you motherfuckers, and I know there are some liberal friends who listen to this podcast, liberal fans, and you know I'm fucking right. I know Trump is the president. He's technically Republican. But, like, come on. Socially, at these companies that run our fucking lives, conservatives aren't in charge. Liberals are in charge. I wouldn't be railing against them if they weren't doing cunty shit like that Instagram is doing and Facebook and YouTube. That just makes me want to be more of a thorn in the side of the left. If it was the nudges on the right, if it was the nudges who are on the extreme right saying, you shouldn't be allowed to, if there were a bunch of, if it was in the 80s and the PMRC was happening, I would be fucking right on the front line with Zappa and John Denver. and fucking homeboy from Twisted Sister saying, hey, let these motherfuckers sing whatever the fuck they want. But it's not the nudges on the right. It's the nudges on the left. It's godless cunts. It's godless cunts going, no, this is just hurtful. It's just another way for you to control my fucking mouth, and you ain't gonna goddamn do it. I control my fucking mouth, and the people who listen to me control their fucking ears. They know what's best for them. If they're enjoying this fucking podcast, if they're enjoying my music, they know better than you. My fans, my wonderful, stupid little fans who listen to this shit. You know best. Trust yourself. Don't trust a company to protect you. Bill Hicks did this wonderful bit where he talked about going to England and the porn in England being covered with these blue dots. Like all the good shit was covered with blue dots. All the fucking and whatever was covered with blue dots. So there's a guy standing up and a girl on her knees in front of him, and there's just a giant blue dot in the area where she's supposed to be sucking his dick. And he said, I'm an adult. Don't protect me. Don't protect me. That's how I fucking feel. Don't protect me from things, from ideas. Do not protect me from ideas. I understand it's easier to spread shitty messages now, but come on. Those are like 15 fucking people, right? Who really believe that shit? Like really, like flat earth motherfuckers? Like really actually believe flat earth? Come on now. Tut-tut. There are like 5 of those niggas. I know I said I was going to stop smoking. I know. I'm thinking about it. I hear you, Sacramento. Calm down. All right? There's a friend of mine in Sacramento who's always on my ass about smoking. Thank you for listening to the show. Had a great show with Jefferson Berger the other day. You know what? Maybe I'll share one of the songs that I did. One of my originals at the beginning of the show. Fuck it. Big album release party coming soon in a few months. I'll keep you posted about when and where. All of you need to be there. But the thing is that show that I did the other day was another... I mean, Jefferson is such a fucking... I really love this dude. Like... is gay how much I love this fucking dude. And the fact that we got to do a show together, probably for the only time, was really awesome. And his girl is the shit as well. Fucking Sivan is fucking crazy awesome. Just incredible people. And getting to do that show with them. And my brother came out and his wife and my friend John and little Dave Walsh and Mike and a bunch of people came out, and thank you guys for coming out to the show. Yeah, it was just another one of those experiences where I got to, I get to flex this muscle of being exactly myself, unapologetically, and it's refreshing and it feels right. It feels really, really right to get to do this. I was stuck for a long time, and still can be stuck in some ways, but I was stuck for a long time being someone that I wasn't. And I'm not going back. Like, I'm fucking not. And I'm already enough of a blockage to my true self. I don't need Instagram and Facebook helping. I don't need giant tech companies helping my fears. Steven Crowder did a Change My Mind in front of Google. You should go find that. I don't know. I don't know if there's much else I want to talk about. Oh, God. Should I talk about that? Fuck. Ladies and gentlemen of CONSERVATISH, fans, friends, family, should I talk about this? Yeah, all right, I'll talk about it. I don't know exactly how I feel about it. No, that's not true. I know how I feel about it, but I don't know how much to share or not share. But I'll just say this to start anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Peter Feliciano, anti-hippie as I am, actually did a hypnotherapy session. Ugh. 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 I'll throw up on my microphone. It was fucking great. I'm sorry. I actually did a fucking awesome hypnotherapy session. I had a fucking session on Sunday, and it was intense. Like energies, spirit type of fucking intense. And I won't go into detail, but let me just tell you, some shit's real. Let's just say some shit's real. I won't necessarily say that there's definitely 100, because I went in 100% skeptic, and I still fucking am. But some things you feel and you see and you hear, and you just kind of know when you know. You know? And it was fucking phenomenal. And it was another one of those experiences where afterwards I just felt raw and just kind of out of it. And I went and did some meditation with some people, another hippie thing, and it was fucking great. I don't know exactly what the feelings were, but I know that some shit shifted in me. And I know that some things left me that weren't helpful, that weren't necessarily supposed to be there. And definitely was fucking mind-boggling how weird this was. And I hate that shit. Like, I don't want to do no fucking yoga. Dave and I talked about it, where it was just like, I don't want these fucking. I mean, I'm moving to New York, and now I decide to do a hypnotherapy session. Like, that's a bad move. You know what I mean? They're gonna fucking. My street cred is diminished already before I get out there. It was fucking phenomenal, and I'm really happy that I did it. And if you've been thinking about it, just do it. I would recommend Dave Walsh. He was on the last episode, 82. And I don't know what else to really say about it, but it definitely wasn't me just fooling myself with my mind. Like, I don't easily believe nothing, and you guys know that from listening to the fucking show. But something was different. Something shifted. And it wasn't hypnotherapy like I was hypnotized. Let's get that one fucking thing straight. It wasn't like goddamn Office Space where like somebody fucking it wasn't like holding a goddamn clock in front of my face. It was different. It was very intimate and very slow and very, in a lot of points throughout it, I was like, wait, am I doing this right? My brain is just, I'm thinking about my thinking, and I'm having feelings about thinking about my thinking, and it was just like, but I did it, and I'm really proud of myself for doing it. I'm proud of myself for putting myself out there and looking inward and being willing to let go of things that weren't helping me and weren't serving me, or weren't serving anybody else for that matter. weren't serving my purpose. I'll tell you one thing for sure. For a long time, and I guess this is humanness in general, but, I have a purpose for being here. And for some reason, probably fear, a piece of me does not want to fulfill that purpose. A piece of me would rather just stay still, stay stagnant, escape, live in fear, not risk, not move forward. I don't know what forward looks like. I know what here looks like, wherever the fuck here is. I know how to be uncomfortable. I know how to be afraid. I know how to be angry. Very good at that shit. Practiced anyway. And so to move forward with it is scary. But it also makes me feel the way I want to feel. And I'm a little more open, actually a lot more open to fulfilling my purpose. Ain't that some corny shit? Ugh. I really actually like it. Even saying the words that I'm proud of myself is weird to me. Even saying those words are like, proud of yourself. Ooh, It's not because I'm so tough or anything like that. It's just, I'm not used to that. That's new. And, I don't know. It's 12:22. Here's the thing, boys and girls. If you like this, you gotta share it. If you like the stupid shit, and obviously this episode is different from a lot of episodes. These episodes that I do by myself, they're like Bill Burr, but less funny and more angry. If you like this, consider sharing it. Consider subscribing to the channel. Consider joining my Patreon so you can support my musical endeavors and my podcastual endeavors, because I'm working really fucking hard, and I really appreciate it that you guys like it, and those of you who listen every week, and even those who only listen to the ones where I don't have someone, you look at the description first and say, okay, this one, all right, he has a girl on, he'll probably be nicer. It's true, but I can't hate. It's true. But, yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate that you guys are enjoying this, and that you guys are with me on this journey. And I'm gonna keep you posted what happens when I've got protests planned. And look at me, just hippied out, doing hypnotherapy and protests. This nigga. Yeah, it's only getting more and more real. It feels really good. I'm looking forward to New York too. That's gonna be fun. Get away from all these douchebags over here in the Bay Area. Get away from all this fucking nudges. You shouldn't think this. I posted something earlier where I was teasing this episode, and yesterday, well, it's 12:24 right now, so technically yesterday, I was teasing this episode, and on Facebook I used the background of a trans flag, and a friend of mine who's I know from the gay community hit me up with like, "Are you being mocking of trans rights?" And I don't mind him questioning it. But no, I wasn't, really. I was mocking Instagram and using the trans flag because anytime you use a trans flag is obviously like, I mean, you're a good person if you believe in all the things that they believe. Have you ever noticed when you're looking at your stories, by the way, and you're posting a story and you go to the stickers, you'll see almost always like a bunch of gay shit. Like you'll see like Pride and a drag queen and this and that, but you won't see. I mean, again, like I've done drag before. I've volunteered for the gay community hours and performances. Like I love. I've been a fag hag since I was super goddamn young. I love gay people, but I also don't like being sold. I also can smell it when you're trying to fucking nudge me into an idea. And I think that's the thing, is that these people, even these little, Pepe Frog kids, they're not really actually anti-gay. Almost all of them are just they're just kids, and they can tell when you're trying to sell to them. And they don't like it just like I don't. Only difference is I actually know gay motherfuckers, And, I don't know. Stop nudging people. Stop being a little goddamn, stop being what's the word I'm looking for? Stop being a nag. Stop being a wet blanket. Let people joke about things. Except for No. Let people joke about things. Let people joke about whatever they want. You're an adult. You're a big boy. Stop poo-poo in your pants. Let people joke about things. It's just a joke. But what if it hurts? Then I guess those people can suck it up. People make jokes about things that hurt me all the fucking time. I shared a... These are my fucking fans and friends. I shared a picture of that my friend from San Diego sent me about me. I think I was 16. And I looked like goddamn... I said I looked like a mix of Lloyd Christmas and David Letterman. And then a bunch of people took it and photoshopped it into different things, like me looking like Jared from Subway and Radio, Cuba Gooding Jr. I hate you people so much. Anyway, that's hurtful. That hurts me. Just suck it up. And again, I'm going to keep saying it because somebody needs to pay attention. It's not like when it comes to race, especially, like it's not black people. It's white, feminine people, mostly women, but also guys who aren't getting laid. So it's white, feminine. The problem is white, feminine people and black college-age girls. That's really the only problem we have to worry about. That's not a large percentage of the population. If men just started being more manly, we'd have less problems making jokes. Woohoo! Because again, only the problem here is just the feminine people, There are a lot of females who love fucking badass jokes, and they can understand jokes for being jokes. They can understand context and nuance, but there's something about a girl who is much more feelings-oriented, and now you take that feelings orientation and mix it with a loud fucking black mouth, because sorry, black ladies, you have big fucking mouths, and that's very good for a lot of different things. Politics ain't goddamn one of them. When you get around other white kids who are just scared, oh my God, an angry black girl, they just lose all context. They lose all logic and just like, please don't be mad, black girl. I'll kill myself. Stop being nudges. Shh. Shut up. Anyway, I love you all very much. Support this podcast at patreon.com/conservatish. Email me your hate at conservatishpodcast@gmail.com. And share this with your friends. And like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell down there, YouTube kids. Leave a review. Or I'll find you and I'll skin you alive in front of your children. Or your parents. Whichever one's near. Parents would be more interesting because kids probably like, especially if they're like only like 1 or 2, like they'll be sad, but like they won't really know like the weight of what's happening. But like if I skin you in front of your parents, like especially if you're an only child and I just skin you alive in front of your parents, that'd be really rewarding spiritually for me actually. I just so that like I don't want you to die. I just want you to be tortured for a little while, you know? And your parents too. Cuz then, then they'll regret their decisions. Birthing someone as dumb as you for not subscribing to Conservatish. This is my podcast, kids. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I love you all very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.